Welcome back to another video. Today we'll be taking a look at the Maclock. This is a Chinese-made alarm clock shaped like a Mac 128K. It's got some interesting features that they talked about. You may have seen this advertised to you on Facebook. I certainly did, as well as Kevin, and Kevin said that I should get it, and who am I to argue with Kevin? So I got one. Let's take a look at it. All right, so let's go ahead and open this package up and see what we got inside. So, comes in a pretty cool box, I guess. Kind of thought this would just show up in a plain cardboard box, but it looks like they actually took some time to design it and print a box for it, so that's pretty cool. Open it up here and see what we have. We've got a USB Type A to Type C cable. And then we have the Maclock in a little plastic bag, as well as we've got just glossy print. I thought maybe it was just, no, they are stickers. Okay, so yeah, that's a sticker. That's a sticker. So I would imagine at some point, there even says stickers on it. So I would imagine at some point they're probably going to get sued for selling an Apple logo sticker. But I guess right now, it comes with stickers. So I believe some of these are supposed to go on it. I guess let's check the guide and see what the guide says. So it says Maclock. I've just got 2 pages. Looks like there's Chinese and English. So you've got a backlight button, wheel. It doesn't say what the wheel does. A system disk, alarm button, clock button, and then some info about what the display says. Power on off, backlight, time setting, and alarm setting. A little bit more in the back. Alarm ringing, power, and yes, stickers. Here's where they go. All right, well, let's take it out of the bag here, see what we have. All right, so we have the Maclock, and we have the system disk. So it's not a bad an approximation of a disc. There's no obviously metal slider or no molded slider. There's a hole for read write. It's probably supposed to be a 400, 800K disc, I would guess. It's got a lot of the good details. The catch for the gear mechanism isn't there, but I think other than the metal slider, it looks really good. I wish they would have molded something in there, but they didn't. So that just goes in. Does it pop in? I don't want to put it in yet. All right, and then on the Maclock, we've got the screen. I don't know if you can see it, but it looks like there's glass in front of an LCD. I can kind of see like a gap in there, so there's an LCD set behind the glass, but the glass has the bubble effect like the old CRTs had, which is a pretty nice touch, I'd say. On the bottom, we've got the buttons that they talked about and the wheel. I don't know what the wheel does. 4 feet. Side looks good. Back, we've got a non-functional power button, the USB port, molded in ports here. Looks like they've got 3 DB9 ports and a headphone jack. It's not quite what was on a 128K, but I guess it's an okay attention to detail here. So I think the clock label is supposed to go back here. I'm not sure. There's the disc label, front logo, and we'll get to that in a second. Well, let's no, it even has the screws in more or less the right place. There's 2 in the handle and then 2 down here. So not quite where they would have been, but it's good touch, and they're Phillips screws, of course, so we can get those in and out pretty easily. Well, much like the Apple of today, it comes with a cord, but no USB brick, and this is a really short cord. So I guess you have to have this within about 18 inches of your outlet if you want to use it. So let me find a little bit longer of a USB cord, and we'll give this one a power up and see what it does. All right, so I've got a longer USB Type-C cord. Let's plug it in. All right, and there is the display on. So it is just a basic alarm clock. There's the backlight. Now, it's kind of cool, I think, how they did the pixels. You know, it's not something you would have seen on a Mac 128K, but it's kind of got that paper white background with the backlight and, the same kind of pixel color that you would have seen on an original Mac. So that's not bad. We got the Happy Mac face. Set the alarm there, I guess. So I think the wheel allows us to adjust the time if we hold it down. I didn't read the instructions, obviously. Uh-oh, I think I froze it. Oh, there we go. I'm changing something. 1, 6. Oh, so it seems like it's a very finicky wheel. If you move it a lot, it doesn't seem to update the screen. If you move it just a little, then it changes. So if I do that, it jumps. But if you go slow, you can actually change it. Okay, so the backlight button is a capacitive touch button. You touch the handle up here, and that turns it on and off. It's not a clicky button. It's a capacitive touch button. It's neat. So it says here to power on, insert the system disk, and power off, eject the system disk. I don't know. Okay. Beeps. All right, it's running, I guess. How do we eject it? Just take it out. Oh, it does actually turn the whole thing off. Interesting. All right, well, let's set the time, see if we can figure that out. Long press the clock button. And then a short press to confirm and go to the next item. So right now it is about 9:33 p.m. Oh, this is 12 and 24-hour mode. I'm used to 12-hour mode here in America. So it's a short press. Okay, you can't be also having your hand over the backlight or the backlight button, or it doesn't let you advance. So we'll say it's about 9:33 p.m. 2025. Is this day or month? This is month. So today is November the 15th. 11:15. And we can change temperature to F. All right. So that seems fairly easy to set. Like I said, if you have your hand over the top for the backlight sensor, then you can't use the wheel, apparently. Not a big deal. Yeah, okay. It looks great. So it looks like on camera here, it's much more blue on the screen. In person, it's super bright white. So I don't think you'd want this running at night, so I guess that's what the backlight's for. But it does give it the real authentic look. So I do like that. So if you take the disc out just by pushing up, pushing in. Okay, up. So it kind of latches itself behind the drive door, I guess you could say. It's not really a door. All right, but let's apply the stickers. That sounds like fun. All right, so like with any floppy disk, I like to start with the big section. Make sure I get that on there kind of straight. All All right, and then fold over the top. That's pretty good. So the sticker might be a little bigger than the space for it, but it looks fine. And the printing's not quite perfect. But it does say Macintosh system disk, which again probably is going to get them sued. Although they're Chinese, so who knows if that actually matters. But they might block import to the US at some point. All right, that looks great. Then on the Maclock itself, so we've got some stuff we want to put in the back here. So we've got our information panel here. So this should just fit on right here, I think. Also seems like it might be a bit bigger. I might have misaligned it when I put it in. I don't think I can get it off. These seem like they're very sticky stickers, so I guess be careful when you're putting them in. Mine's kind of stuck to the a little bit too low. Maybe I can peel it off and fix it with some rubbing alcohol, but I'm just gonna leave it for now. I don't want to tear it, so be warned. What else do we have on the back? So up here, we've got the spot for, what does it want us to put there? Macintosh and an Apple logo. All right, so I'll try to line this one up a little bit better. There we go. Just put that right in there. Okay, yep. So if you take your time lining it up, it works a little bit better apparently. And then we have the Apple logo to put next to that. It's just a tiny little sticker. There we go. And I think that's it for the back. So let's spin it around to the front. And there's a spot for the logo up front. So carefully put that one in. Try to. Uh-oh. I got it crooked. Oh, I got it on my fingernail. All right, let's try that again. It's a little crooked. There. Perfect. That looks good. Now what's interesting is they give you the actual Apple logo, which they probably shouldn't, but they also give you just a rainbow square you could put on either the front or back. Or well, I guess if you don't want to get sued by Apple, you could do that. Oh, hey, look, disc shutter. No, those are the two things I was complaining about. They actually have stickers for. Oh goodness, that is exciting. I didn't even see that at first. Yes, this goes like this. I think we want it in, well, we could put it either way. We could do it in the open position or the closed position. I guess when it's out, it would be closed normally. But then how's the machine going to read it if it's closed? Because it obviously can't open it. Interesting. All right, let's just do it like the instructions say to do it. So we'll put it on this side, like so. Fold that around. Okay, that looks way better. I really like that. And then, oops. And then the hub, they have a sticker for it too. They include two of them for some reason. Maybe in case you screw one up. I don't know. Okay, so we got that installed as well. So yeah, that looks way better. That's cool. So we've got the disc in the open position, which is what their instructions have you do. Oh no, check this out. And I did it backwards, didn't I? Well, they should have given me 2 of those because I screwed that up. Oh well. So the disc shutter should have been flipped. I should have had the open side on the other side because then it would be in the middle. Okay, yeah. So make sure you put that on correctly, like unlike I did. Again, I think I can fix that with a little bit of rubbing alcohol. We'll get that off and swap that around. No big deal. Pay more attention to what you're doing than I did. All right, so now that we've got our stickers on, let's go ahead and pop this back in. So it boots up with no backlight. We turn the backlight on while it's booting. And there we go. So, pretty simple. Then you get these extra stickers, I guess. I don't know what I'm going to do with them. If I had a scale model car, I could put this on my scale model car, but I'll hold on to them for sure. Cool to have. So, then I guess my question is, what would this look like compared to some other Macs of, similar proportions? So, here is, slide this over. This is the Apple Macintosh, Power Macintosh from American Girl, where I used to work. I actually got this when I was working there. And you can see that this one boots up, and clicks, and keyboard works and stuff. I don't have an American Girl doll to go with it, unfortunately, but I've hung on to this forever just because it's such a cool device. I've seen some people on YouTube and various other places take the guts out of this and put, a working Raspberry Pi Mac inside, but I kind of like it as it is original. It's just a cool little thing from the 90s that I've had forever. And then we've got the Micro Mac Mini. So this one I featured in a previous video. So this one is running an emulator. We'll boot up into a full Mac OS, emulating a 128K, like this one is emulating. This one was a 3D printed model. The printing is actually pretty good for 3D printing, but there is definitely some areas that you can tell it was 3D printed. But overall, it looks pretty good. I do like it. It's got the LCD screen. This one obviously was injected molded, not 3D printed. It looks really sharp, very nice. And of course, this one from the 90s was injection molded as well. And came with the keyboard and the mouse. So what do I think about this thing? Well, it's a clock, so do we really need more clocks? I've got, next to my bed, I've got my iPhone charger with my Apple Watch charger, and the iPhone has a clock at night, and you can set alarms and you can talk to it. So I don't really need another clock, but if I was going to get a clock, I guess this one would be pretty cool. There's not a ton of functionality or features to it. Basic alarm. I think you can set only one alarm. I don't know if there's multiple alarms in here. Maybe that's what that number is. Maybe I should have read the instructions. Let me look that up quick before I make my final decision here on this thing. All right. Alarm function. Alarm ringing. Backlight sneezes for 10 minutes. Alarm setting. Short press the alarm button to preview alarm time. Repeat setting. Turn the wheel. 0 is off. 1 is once. 5 is weekdays. 6 is single day off. 7 is daily. Okay, so you can set just a single alarm, but you can make it recurring and not on weekends, or just maybe not on Sundays if you wanted. So as far as an alarm clock goes, there's way more fully featured alarm clocks out there. But they don't look as cool as this one. So yeah, the attention to detail on this one, well, not perfect. Talking about the ports in the back. Sorry, little guy. And just some of the other things. It's not quite 100% authentic, but it does look really good. So I think for what they cost, it's probably not worth it unless you're really into collecting vintage Macs, like some of us, me maybe. I think this is a cool thing, but what I think might be really cool is to take the guts out and put an emulator like this into this bigger Mac. I think you need to replace the screen. This is probably really just an LCD screen. It's not something you can put a picture on, but there's some potential here. This thing is cool, but it might be a little cooler if it was a little bigger, but it's also really cool being really small. And we've seen projects to replace the guts of these, and this screen looks to be about the same as this screen, so something to consider. Am I glad I have it? Well, of course. I like trinkets, I like small things, and I like Macs, and this kind of hits all of the categories for me. Oh, and one thing I learned, I didn't realize, it's not plugged in and it's still running, so it does have a battery, and it can actually run without being plugged in. That's it. Thanks, Kevin, for telling me to buy this. I don't know what I'm going to do with it, but I am happy I have it. So thanks for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed this review, and if you do end up getting one, let me know if they change the stickers or not. We'll see if we still see them shipping an Apple logo in a month or in 2 months, because I feel like that's probably not going to be around for a long time. Anyway, thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next video.
Hi guys! Make sure to like and subscribe and watch more of our videos later. Bye!